Guys, welcome back to Laila's Home Cooking. On today's episode I want to show you how I make pinwheel samosa, and I'm using potatoes. I have already boiled and mashed the potatoes, and then we're gonna need some peas. This is mustard seeds and some spices. I have coriander powder, amchoor powder, which is mango powder, cumin powder, salt, turmeric, and this is just chili flakes. And then we need some diced onion, chopped coriander. This is just a clove of garlic grated. And then so if you are vegetarian, just ignore the egg. You don't have to add the egg. I'm just gonna separate the egg white and the yolk separately. So I'm gonna keep the yolk for an egg wash, and then I'm gonna use egg white for the for later. When the time comes, then I'll show you. So right now we're gonna go to the stove so we can start cooking it. Just about 2 to 3 tablespoons heating in a non-stick pan. I'm gonna add this mustard seeds, and right away I'm gonna add the onion. And now we're gonna cook the onion until this onion has slightly brown color. Add the grated garlic, mix, add all the spices, and now reduce the heat to low because we don't want the spices to get burned. I'm also gonna add about a tablespoon of water, and we're gonna cook this for half a minute. And now I'm gonna add the mashed potatoes. This is just potatoes, there's no salt, nothing in it. And mix, heat is still over low. I'm also gonna add about 2 more tablespoons of water. Mix and let it cook. And it's been 4 minutes after cooking. Now I'm gonna add this egg white mix. If you're pure vegetarian, you can ignore this egg white. You don't have to add it. Now add the peas. I'm using frozen green peas. You can use canned. So the frozen one is gonna take only like 20 seconds to defrost. I'm also gonna add the chopped coriander now. And the filling for the pinwheel samosa is almost done. So stir for 1 minute. And then we're gonna turn the heat off and let it cool completely before we go make the pinwheel samosa. And the filling is already cool completely. I transfer the filling in a bowl so it can get cool very fast. Now I'm using this is 400 gram each pack of the puff pastry. I'm using a store-bought puff pastry, and I'm gonna put lots of dry flour on my counter, and I'm gonna do this one at a time. And now I'm gonna roll it into a large square. And now we have a big square which is 12 by 16 inches. And grab the filling, and now we are going to spread it. And then I'm gonna start folding the dough with the filling, just like this. And try to push these two corners, the two ends of the dough. And I'm also gonna press down the seam. And I have a piece of parchment paper. This is going in the parchment. And fold. And this is going to go in the fridge just until it gets firm before we cut it. And it's gonna take about between half an hour to maybe 20 minutes to half an hour. Okay guys, so my dough has been firm, my pinwheel samosa, and I have wrapped them into parchment. So one of them is going to bake right now, and one of them I want to freeze it. So I'm gonna leave it as is in the parchment. And I'm also gonna have a long big piece of foil, and we're gonna wrap this in the foil. and make sure they're very tightly wrapped. And this is going to freeze. If I want this another day, if I feel like having pinwheel samosa another day, I'm just gonna remove it from the freezer. Don't leave it outside, just leave it in the fridge and then let it thaw overnight. And then as it is firm, nice and thaw, but firm at the same time, then I'm gonna cut it the same way I'm going to do this one, and then arrange it on a baking tray, brush it with egg wash, and then bake it on a 425 Fahrenheit degree. So let me put this back in the freezer, and then we're gonna move forward. And then I'm gonna cut this about 1 inch thick. So now it's easy to cut because it is nice and firm. And then I'm gonna arrange them on the baking tray, leaving a space between each other. If you guys notice that this one turned into like a rose, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Now I have the egg wash. So it's an egg yolk with a tablespoon of milk. You can add water instead of milk. And then we're just gonna brush these pinwheel samosa very nicely all over. And now let's go put this to bake. My pinwheel samosa took 45 minutes and it is golden and nice color, and it is really nice and hot. And this is how I have my pinwheel samosa. This is how it looks like with puff pastry. Hope you enjoy this video with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also check my channel La Cuisine Laila for more recipes. And written ingredient will be down below in the description box. And hope this recipe help you during Ramadan for iftar. I will see you next time. Bye.